Okay. Okay, this is a continuation of that video, and this is in reference to the video that's captured at 1:32 p.m. The entity is maintaining a light source over the Fontana Lewis Library where I'm located at the same exact time. There are two timestamps I'm giving you. And you're looking, I want to be clear, when you're seeing me and this light source is remaining in its zenith, this is what it's doing through the window of the Omnitrans bus on Route 61 that I documented, or Route 83 that I documented, and that's either direction at all times of the day. When I get on the bus routes out in the morning, in the afternoon, or in the evening, the entity's light source is doing this exact same thing. Okay, Route 61, Route 66, Route 83, Route 87. These bus routes do not run in the identical pattern of what is the ongoing orbit of the sun. Okay, this has nothing to do with the sun. My documentation of Omnitrans engaging in heavy-duty federal stalking on behalf of this entity that's stalking me. Let me be clear, LAPD is telling on the people of the state. That's the state stalking directly. That's what these law enforcement agencies represent. They're the government stalking you, and they're doing it in the specific environment, and I'm capturing the specific environment. I'm giving you an example. What you just saw me walk from my apartment at 1806, and it's remaining in this position. That's what's happening when I'm on public transportation. By the way, when I'm en route to Fontana and I'm arriving in the morning and the light source is over me, like you saw, reminding you about 10:04 this morning. But when I go to that same Fontana Lewis Library and I don't arrive until the afternoon, the sun is not over the Fontana Lewis Library, and it's the situation where I travel there and then I capture the light source. No, the light source remains over me wherever I'm at en route to Fontana, no matter what time of day. That's the pattern of conduct. And what you just witnessed, my walking from the front of my apartment where I'm at 1:33 p.m. in reference to the maintenance of the light source, which is at the same time over the Fontana Lewis Library. No, it's not. That's capturing the same exact pattern of conduct. And while I'm capturing this highly damning evidence, the entity is engaging in an ongoing admission by stalking in helicopter in this environment that is irreconcilable, which will be submitted in federal court against the Upland Police Department, the Fontana Police Department, those psychopaths who are standing around in a circle looking at third-party group stalkers who are shedding tears, who are under the light source in an engineered light while they are engaging in the same exact criminal activity, showing an impermissible threat. Okay, a psychopath that's looking down on the ground while they're monitoring you. Okay, worthy of federal prison. Okay, this is what the entity is engaging in on an ongoing obsessive basis, and there is no light source contrary to what she's walking under. All right, not looking at the one whom she's monitoring, and that's why you are also going to remove the children from the custody of such psychopaths. There is nothing that can in any way address what is the clear evidence of what's an unnatural environment. This is not the sun that's over the Fontana Lewis Library. And what the demon possessed do is walk. I'm just going to walk right past and not say nothing, like I'm not concerned about her in the slightest. That's all that the demon possessed can do, because they cannot address the evidence. They cannot address the facts. I'll tell you that. What the entity engages in, right there, that's a show of impunity. She's going to federal prison. She's getting years, okay? She shows impunity on an ongoing basis, including placing her children in the way of, that's placing them in harm's way, and also literally utilizing them while terrorism and a sex offense is underway by a government who's stalking in helicopters. This scene of terrorism, when you're seeing them swarming around in planes and helicopters, you have kids living here, you're engaging in monitoring, you're threatening together because you're all hostile because you're being documented. This is evidence going against Fontana PD. Okay, because this is what Fontana PD was doing under the light source. That's why Fontana PD, all of those minions that I documented under the light source, and the people, they're going to federal prison. The evidence speaks for itself. Precious Bustillos is monitoring right now with the police who are flying over in helicopter. She's going to federal prison. She's getting years. The Los Angeles Police Department is going to be disbanded. You're looking at them engaging in what is state terrorism. They're going to be disbanded, and they're going to federal prison. And not only that, they're subject to mental examinations. These are obsessed psychopaths and violent sex offenders. While my panties are down, they're stalking me just like this, amplifying the sound of it in my apartment while light is on my ceiling, having nothing to do with any light man or any sunlight. They're violent sex offenders, and so are the Fontana PD. And those hostile demons were mad because I was documenting the crap out of them, like I'm documenting LAPD and the people of the state in LA. This is going for the ongoing prosecution of Upland PD, who remains under what is the evidence of what's not possibly the sun remaining over me at the Upland Public Library, which I reminded you about March 16, 2022. Always keep the big picture in mind, because the Upland Police Department and San Bernardino Sheriff's Department were under this light source at 10:48 in the morning while I was at the Upland Public Library, and I remain at the Upland Public Library, and the light source remained over the Upland Public Library. They arrived to participate directly in the pattern of conduct with the people of the state. It's called criminal summoning. The Fontana Police Department engaged in that same demonic, ritualistic conduct while looking to the left and the right, just like you saw this demon monitoring, crossing path, walking under the direct evidence, which is going to be the grounds of her federal prosecution. corruption and demonstrating what is impunity, which a federal judge is going to vividly see, while the entity is stalking directly and vicariously through her while she's living at a crime scene with children who she also engages in that same malice and impunity with. All right, and that her being Precious Bustillos. That's a violent sex offender and a psychopath. Sex offenders should not have custody of children either. Okay, terrorists should not have custody of children. You are what you do, and that's exactly what they are, and that's what they're doing, and it's not a secret anymore. And when that's exposed, you see the entity threaten my life and safety even more. You have no business in the custody of children, and you will be removed from any position where you pose a threat to the public. It is currently 1:39 p.m. and you're looking at the maintenance of the light source while I'm facing building 1810, and this is building 1806. Excuse me, this is building 1808. My building is adjacent to it, 1806. The entity is maintaining this light source over me here, and this is not over Upland Public Library, duh. It's not over the Ontario Ovid Family Community Library, duh. It's not over Tracy Banks' apartment at 408 West G Street, apartment number 51, right over my head at any point, including at 12:38 p.m. It's right here over building 1810, where it remains for the beginning until the end of the day, but that's obvious to see, duh. It's not over the Fontana Lewis Library either. This is a pattern of conduct. And the natural environment is not such that the sun is remaining anywhere over anyone for the duration of the day. Okay, this is not how the natural environment operates. That's not the character of the sun. This is not the natural environment, and nor is this normal sunlight. Sunlight doesn't appear on your ceilings. The entity is engaged in an ongoing admission while it's stalking directly, while I'm documenting the entity engaged in the P.O.C, and I'm juxtaposing those venues to each other. This is the vivid illustration provided today by the Fontana Police Department, who are witnessing their own prosecution on a public scene, and they're going to federal prison. All of those that arrived to engage in criminal summoning with the people, all of those that engaged who arrived and put their hands on me and vocalized any threat while they're monitoring me, they're going to federal prison for a prolonged period. This is P.O.C.